Welcome, Goddess Babes, where nails and stories collide. Whether you're here for budget-friendly nail hauls, DIY nail art tutorials, or just a relaxing watch me work vlog, I've got you covered. I also take you along for fun shopping trips, drive-alongs, and a mix of narrated stories, from comedy to true crime, romance, and drama. Join me as we dive into creativity, self-care, and a little bit of mystery. Hit that subscribe button and let's get started. My mysterious encounter with a vampire, comedy, romance, and dark secrets. It was a quiet autumn evening in the sleepy town of Brindlewood, a place where nothing much ever happened. Except, of course, when something did happen. And when it did, it was always the sort of thing that left everyone gossiping for weeks. Take last year, for instance, when Mrs. Penelope from down the street claimed her cat was possessed by the ghost of her late husband. Or the time Mr. Jenkins insisted he saw a UFO land behind the high school gym. But this was something entirely different. It all started with Sarah. Sarah Whitfield was a young, energetic woman who had just moved into the oldest house on Maple Street. A charming yet creaky Victorian, with more history than it had plumbing. She loved the idea of starting fresh, though the town's strange quirks took some getting used to. One night, as Sarah sat sipping tea and flipping through old issues of Brindlewood Gazette, she heard an unexpected knock at the door. Her heart did a little jump. It was odd for anyone to visit her this late, but being new to town and eager to make friends, she put on her friendliest smile and opened the door. Standing there was a man, a very pale man, with an accent that Sarah couldn't quite place. "Good evening," the stranger said in a low, velvety voice. "I hope I'm not intruding, but I believe I've been expected." Sarah blinked. "Expected? No, I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting anyone." His lips curled into a slight smile, his sharp features illuminated by the soft glow of the porch light. "I see. Perhaps my timing is a bit early. No matter. My name is Vincent. Vincent Dracoff." Vincent stepped inside before Sarah could say anything. He moved gracefully, almost gliding across the floor. She was too caught off guard to protest. "Is it cold in here, or is it just me?" he asked, pulling his long black coat tighter around his thin frame. Yeah, a bit drafty, but the heating doesn't really work. Wait, why are you here again?" He turned toward her, that slight smile never leaving his lips. "I was told there was a vacancy." Sarah's confusion deepened. "A vacancy?" "Yes, in your heart." He winked dramatically, his voice taking on a theatrical tone. Sarah burst into laughter before she could stop herself. "Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting that." Vincent looked momentarily confused, but quickly regained his composure. "Yes, I do try to be quite charming." Okay. This is some sort of prank, right? You're like a vampire, trying to woo me or something?" Vincent's eyes narrowed slightly, a touch of annoyance creeping into his voice. "I am no prankster, and I assure you, my lineage is quite distinguished." Still giggling, Sarah walked back toward her living room and motioned for him to follow. "Well, Mr. Dracoff, can I offer you a cup of tea? Or blood, maybe? I'm fresh out, unfortunately." His face tightened in displeasure. "Tea will suffice." She poured him a cup, still chuckling to herself, and sat across from him. "So, tell me about yourself, Vincent. Why really are you here?" Vincent took a long sip of tea before answering. "I am here because you, Sarah Whitfield, are in great danger. A shadow has been cast over this town. A shadow that has not been seen for centuries." Sarah raised an eyebrow. "You're really committing to this, aren't you?" "I assure you," he said gravely, "this is no game. Have you not noticed strange occurrences lately? Missing pets? Odd sounds in the night? Or perhaps you felt a presence watching you. She was about to laugh again, but then she thought about it. Mrs. Penelope's cat had gone missing, and there had been that weird tapping noise on her window last night. Still, it was hard to take him seriously when he looked like he'd just stepped out of a Halloween catalog. "So," she said, leaning in with mock seriousness, "let me guess, there's some big ancient evil, and only I can stop it, right?" Vincent nodded solemnly. "Precisely," Sarah sighed. "Well, this is quite the conundrum, Vincent. You see, I'm not much of a hero. I'm more of a curl up with a good book type of girl. But thanks for stopping by and making my night more interesting." Vincent's expression softened. "I don't expect you to believe me right away, but the truth will reveal itself soon enough." Before Sarah could respond, there was a loud crash from upstairs. Her heart skipped a beat. "What was that?" she whispered. Vincent's eyes flashed dangerously. "We are not alone." They rushed upstairs together, Vincent moving with an unnerving swiftness. Sarah wasn't sure whether to be terrified or impressed when they reached her bedroom. The window was wide open, the curtains flapping wildly in the wind. Something, or someone, had been there. Suddenly, Sarah wasn't laughing anymore. Vincent approached the window cautiously, his eyes scanning the darkness outside. "They're getting bolder." "Who's getting bolder?" Sarah asked, her voice shaky. He turned to her, his expression grim. "The ones who wish to destroy you." Before Sarah could even process that, her phone buzzed on the nightstand. She picked it up, half expecting to see a cryptic message or some ominous warning. Instead, it was a text from her ex-boyfriend, Max. "Hey, can we talk?" She rolled her eyes. "Great, as if tonight couldn't get weirder." Vincent glanced at the phone. "Is he an enemy?" Sarah snorted. "Max? He's not exactly dangerous. Annoying, sure, but that's about it." Vincent raised an eyebrow. "Are you certain?" "Sometimes the greatest dangers come from those we least suspect." Sarah sighed. "No, seriously, Max is harmless. He's just, Max." Vincent looked unconvinced, but said nothing further. Sarah, however, was growing more uneasy by the second. The window, the weird noises, Vincent's cryptic warnings. It was all too much. And now Max wanted to talk. She decided to ignore the text for now and focus on the immediate and admittedly strange situation. "So, Vincent," she said, trying to regain control of the situation. "You said I'm in danger, but from what? Or who?" Vincent's face darkened. "There is a group, a cult, if you will. They seek to harness dark powers long forgotten. They've been waiting for someone like you." Sarah blinked. "Like me?" "Yes, you are special, Sarah." She couldn't help but laugh. "Special? Buddy, I'm the least special person you'll ever meet." Vincent shook his head. "You've always felt different, haven't you? Like you didn't quite belong here. Like there was something more you were meant for." Sarah frowned. She had felt that way once or twice. But who hadn't? Still, there was something about Vincent's intensity that made her pause. Was it possible? Was she really part of some ancient prophecy? Or something? She'd always dreamed of a life bigger than Brindlewood. But this was absurd. As Sarah tried to process everything, there was another loud knock at the door. She and Vincent exchanged a glance. This time, the knock was louder, more insistent. "Stay here," Vincent ordered, before moving swiftly downstairs. Sarah followed anyway, curiosity and fear battling for dominance. When they reached the door, Vincent swung it open, revealing none other than Max, drenched from the rain. "Sarah, we need to talk," Max said, his voice strained. Before Sarah could respond, Vincent stepped between them. his eyes narrowing. "You need to leave. Now." Max glared at him. "Who the hell are you?" "I'm the one keeping her safe. Unlike you." Sarah groaned. "Okay. Can we not do this right now?" "Max, what do you want?" Max ignored her, his focus entirely on Vincent. "What's this guy's deal? Some sort of vampire cosplay?" Vincent's eyes flashed dangerously. "I don't have time for this." Before anyone could blink, Max lunged at Vincent, throwing a wild punch. Vincent dodged effortlessly, grabbing Max by the collar and tossing him to the ground with unnatural strength. Max scrambled to his feet, his face pale. "What the? How did you?" Sarah, who had been frozen in shock, finally snapped out of it. "Okay, everyone stop." Max stood up, his eyes wide with confusion and fear. "Sarah, what the hell is going on?" She threw her hands up. "I have no idea." Vincent sighed, clearly frustrated. "I told you, Sarah. Danger surrounds you. And he," Vincent pointed at Max, "is not who he seems." Max raised his hands in surrender. Whoa. I'm just here to talk, okay? I don't know what's going on here, but this is insane." Vincent stared him down, his eyes cold. "You have been marked." Max's face blanched. "What?" Sarah stared at them both, her head spinning. "Marked? What does that mean?" Vincent's voice dropped to a whisper. "It means he's been chosen." Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's mix of nail tutorials, hauls, and storytelling, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Whether you're here for budget beauty tips or just to relax with some true crime, romance, or drama, there's always something new coming your way. Drop a comment below and let me know what you'd like to see next. Until then, take care, stay creative, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hey goddess babes, sanitary is extremely important, so always clean before and after you complete a nail set, whether it's for yourself or your client.